Good afternoon. Thank you for coming here to this conversation here today. We're going to talk about AgenticOps and how that is the new operating system for modern enterprise IT. I am Balaji Venkataraman. I lead the product management team, the product team for Cisco Cloud Control. And so today, as we talk about AgenticOps, how should we think about the transformation that is happening in industry today? Every transformation, whether it is virtualization, cloud, SaaS, we have had to reimagine how we manage the network. And now AI is doing it only much faster. And so the model, the operating model that we have had so far, that got us so far, will not work in future. And so before I jump into my presentation, I want to hear from folks here. What are some of the challenges that CIOs or IT administrators face? Anyone? Complexity. I heard complexity here. I could not hear that gentleman, but I heard complexity. So, all right. There are multiple challenges that we face, right? And a couple of those really impact how CIOs and IT administrators deal with the network. The first one is fragmentation. Right? Modern IT is under pressure from these two forces. We end up with more tools, more domains, and they are all siloed. And despite all the investment that we make in IT, we spend too much time reacting to issues that are happening in the network, in the infrastructure. Fragmentation is slowing down IT. Right? And fragmentation and fragmented systems are being overtaken by the speed of AI. Your data is scattered across disconnected silos, whether it is networking, security, observability, collaboration, or compute. We have data in all these different domains, and every silo adds friction if something breaks. Right? Fragmentation was painful before AI, but once you have AI and the speed of AI, it is your biggest risk. Because fragmented domains, fragmented silos, do not provide the context, the consistency, or the trust that is needed to harness the power of AI, harness the power of agentic systems. These are some of the dashboards that our customers use to manage their infrastructure. Right? Each one is siloed. Each one is prescriptive. Data is not consistent. The troubleshooting workflows don't share context. You troubleshoot your network environment, but the root cause may be in security. A security policy might cause an outage in networking. So you don't have a shared context across these workflows to troubleshoot problems, and this is what increases the time to resolution, the time to innocence. What do we need? We need IT operations that are unified. We need to reimagine how we think about operative convergence across these domains. Right? And to be fair, IT has been moving in this direction. We have worked hard to unify our systems, collaborate more, consolidate tools, simplify the architecture, and all that is necessary, but not sufficient. In this age of AI, it is not sufficient if we just unify systems. Why? Because even unified systems, the network, the infrastructure is moving faster than humans can respond. Right? The change velocity, the blast radius, the dependency chains have outpaced humans' ability to keep pace with the changes that are happening in the network. And it is not a skills problem. We have very talented, skilled engineers and admins operating your infrastructure. It is not a skills problem. It's a speed problem. So it's time to reimagine our operations for the speed of agents. That's the key insight. We are not adding AI to existing tools. This is not AI slapped on top of existing infrastructure solutions. We are designing new operations for agents. It's agentic ops. Right? So how do we do this? Right? We are at an inflection point. We are at an inflection point where modern enterprises are fundamentally need to reimagine a new operating model. On one dimension, you have fragmented systems, and we are evolving to a unified system, but the orchestration, the workflows, the automation that we have built for fragmented systems are brittle. You change one component in your infrastructure and the automation doesn't work. So it's brittle. On the other dimension, we have human speed, which is limited by time, by context switching, by the attention span of humans. But where we need to go is to agent speed, where you want to have instant analysis, you want to have continuous telemetry, continuous reasoning, always on. And so that is the speed at which we want to be able to manage the infrastructure to go from reactive to proactive. And that is why we need AgenticOps. That is the future of IT. Right? The future of IT is to fundamentally reimagine disconnected, siloed domains, standalone solutions, AI as a veneer on top, to an agentic ops, where AI agents are observing systems, they are reasoning with real telemetry, they take actions to deliver outcomes. Right? This is not about AI answering questions. This is about really AI running your operations in an automated manner. And this is about humans and agents working together with safely, transparently, and at machine speed. Right? So that is what we are trying to accomplish here. What is Cisco doing to help in this environment? We are building agentic ops for the enterprise. Whether it is a set of Cisco dashboards, AI assistant, AI canvas, humans are always in control. Humans are always in control and establish the guardrails in which agents operate. The AI agents solve problems and make recommendations at the speed that humans cannot match. Right? The intelligence layer is built based on more than 40 years of Cisco's expertise in various infrastructure domains, networking, security, collab, now with Splunk. We are bringing all that knowledge together to build deep intelligence models, foundational models, so that we can look at this and solve cross-domain problems, use cross-domain telemetry, use purpose-built LLMs to solve specific domain problems. And with all that, governance. Governance is built in from day one. Right? We want to protect the agents from the world. We want to protect the world from the agents. We want to establish those guardrails. This is not about replacing people. This is about using people and agents together to drive agentic ops. What is the answer? Cisco Cloud Control. Cisco Cloud Control is our unified interface for agentic ops. It's one management system that will bring together all the domains in which Cisco participates: networking, data center, security, Splunk, observability, and collab. Right? Yesterday, Jeetu, our president, on Tuesday, our president and chief product officer had a slide in his keynote, and he showed how Nexus One, Intersight for compute, security, Splunk, collab, everything comes together into Cisco Cloud Control. It's the one management plane for all domains. And we have built it by design with AI native capabilities. It's a shared data fabric, bringing telemetry across users, agents, devices, applications, and you have AI Assistant and AI Canvas, which we will talk about shortly. And so, what is Cisco Cloud Control? You see at the center all these different domains, different products. Those controllers are purpose-built to solve problems in those domains, integrated into Cisco Cloud Control. And then the next layer is about common services, whether it's a global inventory, a topology, a unified identity across all these devices to deliver the single sign-on value proposition, to be able to have common provisioning, common alerts and notification. You have these common services built on top of Cisco Cloud Control, and then the layer of agents with AI Canvas and AI Assistant and deep Cisco foundational models. All this built into a single solution that will span the entire portfolio of Cisco. And the value that we deliver, you sign on to Cisco Cloud Control once, you don't have to re-authenticate to every single domain. You get the single sign-on benefit. Global inventory across devices, across policy, agents. A single place to go look at your entire asset. Look at the license, look at the entitlement. Look at which devices are out of support, which devices have vulnerability, and the troubleshooting tips to remediate those vulnerabilities. End-to-end topology for troubleshooting purposes. If there's a traffic quality degradation, a service quality degradation, you can go to this one place to look at an end-to-end topology across networking, campus branch, data center, and security. So, a fundamental service provided by the platform. And by doing all that and by embedding agents, we go from just visibility to actually getting insights from the signals. Agents working on your behalf, using the guardrails to solve problems, to troubleshoot, to proactively remediate problems before it degrades our user experience, right? Across all these domains. So we are turning insights into action quickly, safely, and consistently. Why? Because it's AgenticOps. This is an AI native platform. Right? And Cisco Cloud Control is available in beta today. We have got some really good feedback, but don't take my word for it. Let's hear from a customer. Kim, my friend, come up here.
Thank you.
Thank you. Come on down. So Kim, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Kim Strömberg. I'm the technical service owner at Dustin Group. So I am responsible for the network platform across all our managed services. And I'm also the team leader for Finnish, Swedish, and Dutch network engineers.
That's fantastic experience. So tell us a little bit about Dustin and the services and solutions that you support.
Yeah, so Dustin Group is a European-based managed service provider. So we have around 2,000 managed service customers today. So we're a completely Cisco tech stack managed service. So it stands heavily on the Cisco technologies. And today the bulk of it is based on Meraki and Secure Firewall.
Okay, good. So the core franchise of networking and security.
Yes.
Fantastic. So as we onboarded Dustin onto Cisco Cloud Control, what was your experience?
Oh, it's such a seamless experience. because we log in once, and then we add all of the domains into the Cisco Cloud Control, and then everything is just there. We log in once, and we have access to everything across all the domains for the customers.
Yeah. So what we did, we introduced a technology, Cisco Unified Identity. Using that identity, we stitched those tenants together so that you could go across security and networking in a seamless manner. Fantastic. And what are the value that you got out of stitching those tenants together?
I would say that the most value for us is the visibility across all the domains. So we see all the assets in the global inventory, and we have a really easy way to start troubleshooting it together with the AI canvas. So it really helps us quick and easy help our customers.
Good. So it reduced your time to problem identification, resolution.
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. So all that is good. You're a service provider. If we were to think about evolving this product, do you have any guidance for us?
Yeah, I would say for us as an MSP, it's really important for the MSP part for it. So it's a lot about scalability and us being able to move quickly between our customers, as well as maybe being able to triage across multiple customers at the same time if there's like a distributed attack on something.
Fantastic. So good news, that is in our roadmap. And so as we deliver the next version of our solution, you will see that we support the service provider use cases as well.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Thank you, Kim.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
All right. So again, bringing it all together, Cisco Cloud Control, built on 40 years of Cisco expertise with a deep network model, harnessing the power of AI assistant, a federated AI assistant across all the domains. Ask a simple question: where is this user? Where is this device? Where is this IP address? You don't have to search. Right? So AI assistant, AI canvas is our next generation generative UX with a collaborative workspace, the foundation for how we think about AgenticOps. All that coming into Cisco Cloud Control, unifying those domains, addressing the fragmentation problem to deliver AgenticOps as a service to our customers. Okay. So before I hand off and we do a demo of AI Canvas, briefly, it's industry's first agentic generative workspace. So this is AI Canvas. AI Canvas is a capability in cloud control. AI assistant is built into it. You have a shared workspace. And even though we have agents, and agents are working on our behalf across domains, we need subject matter experts to collaborate across the company. So we've designed Canvas as a multiplayer game. You can go invite users to come in, and other IT administrators from different domains to join you in troubleshooting. So with that, let me ask my other friend, Richard, to join me here and do a demo of AI Canvas. Richard, take it away.
Thank you very much, Balaji. Hi, everyone. My name is Richard Jang, and I'm a senior product manager here on the AI Canvas team of Cisco, and the same organization as Balaji, building Cisco Cloud Control. And just like Cisco Cloud Control, the whole idea about Canvas is really unifying the cross domains, bring telemetry from all domains together so that you can be accelerated in whatever operations you're currently in. So let's go ahead and jump directly into this demo right here. It's a very special demo for you all. It takes place directly in Cisco Cloud Control. And for Cisco Cloud Control, because so many different products are brought into it, you can have alerts from every single product. And for example, right here, you can normally click into an alert and you provide a context about it. But what you can also do is take that context and bring it directly into AI Canvas and start to do investigation, troubleshooting, triaging like that as well. So right here, let's take a look at this alert that showed up on my Cisco Cloud Control UI. It says, there's a failed MFA on a critical application for treasury application, basically a finance app. And basically what happened, we're seeing that there's multiple failed MFA, but eventually there was a successful login. So maybe there's nothing big about it, but maybe there's something more malicious under the hood. Normally, in order to go ahead and do some triaging and investigation, I would need to go ahead and go to multiple different dashboards to go ahead and figure out what's going on. I need to go to maybe things like XDR, maybe something like firewall. Maybe I have to go to identity intelligence, Duo, Splunk enterprise security, so on and so forth. Now, in this case, what AI Canvas can do for me is that it can actually go to all these different products directly, reach out to their MCP servers, and directly grab that information back into my board and start doing the reasoning right away. Now, it seems like right now there might be a little bit of network latency as the board gets pulled up. So we have a little bit of a backup that can go ahead and try to go ahead and run as well. So right here, what Canvas is doing, as you can see right away, is that on the top right here, the paradigm is that the left side shows you the assistant, which tells you exactly what's going on in natural language. Right? On the right there, we're showcasing what's going on in terms of evidence. So for example, we're grabbing information from XDR. We're grabbing, when you can see right there that from Jane's laptop, it's accessing an IP address. Right? It's a little sketchy IP address. Then from the endpoint right there, from the compromised endpoint widget, we see that from the endpoint detection and response from XDR, that the status is compromised. And then if you go down a little bit further, it grabs information from all these different sources, such as Splunk Enterprise Security, saying that, hey, this laptop was accessed through a non-standard path through PowerShell. And then over here, we see that from Firewall, that we can notice that it's actually saying that there's a direct C2 traffic. And then from Talos, we can also access Talos. It says that that IP address is indeed malicious and is likely a known Volt Typhoon C2 signature. So all these different things allow us to quickly understand what would have taken us, quite honestly, probably a couple of hours to get to the conclusion of. So what we can do at this point in time is that because AI Canvas is trained on the deep network model and our intelligence here at Cisco, it takes all this context across these different security products and is able to provide you with recommended next steps for what you should do to contain the situation. Now, in this case, we can see that it says temporarily revoke access by updating SGT to quarantine, isolating the device. We should also go ahead and force a password reset as well as MFA, and also block the C2 IP at the perimeter. Sounds reasonable to me. So what we can do here is say contain immediately, contain the incident. Now, of course, normally we would probably want to have some sort of a change approval process, but given this is a demo, we're just going to go ahead and push it right away. And what happens here is that AI Canvas is going to do this intent-based push to all these different products in the back end. And what we do is we design AI Canvas in a way that we're going to showcase to you what you would likely want to see at this point. On the left side right here in the assistant, we showcase that, hey, they have been successfully pushed. Whereas on the right side here, we are showing you the evidence that they've actually been pushed. We've gone ahead and grabbed information from XDR. We grabbed information from Identity Service Engine. We've gone ahead and showcased from Firewall that, hey, look, the C2 traffic is now blocked. Fantastic, right? Now, what else we can do here is that at this point in time, I've gone ahead and contained the incident. Great. But now what I might want to do is I may want to go ahead and actually harden the entire thing. I want to harden my infrastructure so such a thing no longer ever happens again. So what's great about Canvas is I can go ahead and copy this link and I can share it with somebody else. I can share it with somebody else. They can come join the board. And in this case, I might want to have invited a network security analyst to come into the board. And what they can do here is that, first of all, they get to see that exact same shared workspace that I had generated. But not only that, they get their own very private AI assistant that has all the context to everything from before. What they can do at this point is say, hey, show me a hardening plan for this incident. And what it'll do is it'll go ahead and reach out to all my different products, the different security and networking policy products, grab the existing policies back that are relevant to such an incident, and show it to me right here, and then take that information and provide me with suggestions for what I should do next to do hardening. For example, it showcases on secure access that all employees have access to financial applications. It showcases that MFA is not enforced. It showcases on secure router that all employees have access as well. So right here it says, hey, we should probably restrict treasury access to just financial analysts. We should probably enforce MFA, update secure firewall to block egress for these kind of signatures, and maybe also create a detection on Splunk Enterprise Security. Sounds reasonable to me, right? So I'm going to say apply hardening plan. And what it does is that it goes ahead and configures all those policies right away. And what we're able to see is that now we design Canvas again in a way to showcase to you that yes, those policies have indeed been pushed. From secure access, we can see that the financial access is only for finance users. Same thing for secure router. everybody else is denied. We see that from Splunk Enterprise Security that we've generated an SPL for detection. So now, when you see anything like this ever again, in terms of accessing an endpoint through a non-standard path through PowerShell, it gets alerted to you right away as a P0 priority. So with that said, from the security practitioner perspective, you can see that AI Canvas is incredibly powerful. But this is only one of so many different use cases that we can perform here on AI Canvas. Then the next one right here we also want to showcase to you is one for AI-ready data center. And to demo that, I'm going to hand it over to my friend and colleague here, Arun, Director of Product Management for AI-ready data center.
Thanks, Richard. Good afternoon, everyone. Richard talked about what AI Canvas can do. I'll quickly put my notes here for the prompts so that we exactly know what to troubleshoot. So let me set the context. How many of you face problems with your enterprise applications today? Performance problems? Almost everyone. Feeling shy to raise your hands. It's fine. So I'll provide a context. So we have an AI application, and an application administrator raised a trouble ticket saying that their job completion times have gone south. Now, where do we go? Should we go to the server admin? Should we go to the compute admin? Should we go to the network admin? Who should we raise the ticket against? Rather, just go to AI Canvas and ask for solving the problem. So behind the scenes, we have our compute management product, Intersight, and network management product in the data center Nexus dashboard, both of them integrated with AI Canvas. So now what AI Canvas is trying to do is understand from both of these products the root cause, the impact, and the possible recommendation for a resolution for this issue. It starts with rendering first the summary of the trouble ticket. So as you can see, it's saying that my job completion times have gone south. So that's your first indication that there is a ticket. And now it's trying to understand from the application stack perspective, where is the problem? It's trying to come up from the bottom of the stack to up. So there you go. From Intersight, it gave me a summary that GPU utilization has gone south. So let's see. Conveniently, for this demo, I'm the server administrator. So I will analyze the performance impact for data center. So now I'm asking deeper questions. So I see that there is a summary of a GPU utilization going down. So let me debug it further. So now it's again going back to the products to understand, OK, in this context, at the same time, what are the metrics that are showing downgraded values? And what are the KPIs that I need to worry about? And where is the actual impact? So again, between GPU utilization metrics from Intersight, let me scroll to that. So it's giving me a card from Intersight which says that, hey, your GPUs 2 and 3 are showing red, but if you see the fine print, it says it's the network layer that is degraded. It's not anything to do with the GPUs at all. So at the same time, I'm getting an insight from my Nexus dashboard, which says that there are a couple of AI jobs running on the network fabric at the same time, which has an anomaly level which is not healthy. So let's debug the network side of things here. So now I'm wearing the network admin hat, and I'm trying to analyze the data center network for the specific job number 242. So let me type that. So now as a network admin, I'm trying to go deep into, OK, what is the job that's showing me a faulty issue? And at the same time, understand more of the impact of the network on that job, the root cause of it, and possible remediation. Let's see what AI spits out. Yeah. First of all, a visual diagram. How many of us love that, right? So it's giving me the connectivity of where the GPUs are connected to which network, to which server, to which leaf. And it's showing the greens and reds which tell you the exact problem. And then it's also giving me some specific metrics that are automatically generated based on the GenUI capability of Canvas. It's showing me the interface statistics at the time of the incident, that those statistics are going northbound from an errors perspective. And then the actual root cause of it is that the transceiver temperature of that switch is violating temperature thresholds, both from a minimum and the maximum violations happening there. So between server, compute, and network, With 3 prompts, I'm able to identify the root cause and possible remediation. Because this is a transceiver replacement, I can't show it in a demo, but understand that within 3 prompts, I'm able to solve an AI application performance issue for which you might have spent millions and millions of dollars. Thank you. With that, I'll introduce Balaji back again to conclude.
Thank you, Arun.
Thanks.
Thank you. All right. So with that, all right, Cisco Cloud Control, again, this is the platform. It's an AI-native platform. It's going to converge all Cisco solutions into a single portal with Canvas and AI Assistant as capabilities, built for agentic ops, and controlled availability coming this summer. So stay tuned. We'll come back and give you an update shortly. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time here today.